everybody, welcome to another edition of American Pickerman. Welcome to another edition of American Pickerman. This is season 3, episode 13. It's been very hot here in Colorado. In case you haven't heard, we got fires all over the place. Not a whole lot of sales this past weekend, more than I thought there'd be, but less than I'd like. Did get a few items, got some interesting things. Rather than just me babbling, why don't we take a look? Here we go. For $1, picked up this U.S. Air Force Martin Marietta Peacekeeper missile desk display. I don't know what you want to call it. It's not really a model because it's only like 3 pieces. Any child of average intelligence could throw it together, even me. But I did see one similar to it on eBay, although the missile was black and it had, instead of just this plastic piece, it had some sort of shiny silver insert. But that sold for $104. And there's not one like this, and there's not another one like the other one I just mentioned. So I paid $1 for this. I'm going to guess maybe $50. How about that? I picked these out of a bag of assorted slot cars. Let me see if I can get these in here nicely. You've got the A-Team here. You've got the A-Team. You've got Kit, the Knight Rider car. A-Team is missing its radiator on the front. That's not good. Knight Rider kit is okay, and the Kit transport truck seems okay, except it's missing a contact on the It's missing a contact on the bottom. Anyway, I paid $1 for all 3 of those. Looks like they'll probably go for $40 or $50. Good little find there. From the why did I really spend $5 on this department, I've got 2 knives. This is a Hammer brand, which is I guess it's an offshoot or something of Imperial knives. Not too exciting. This is a 20 grand knife, and although it looks old and pretty, it looks kind of Bakelite-ish, I don't know, celluloid of some kind. I paid $5 for the 2, and for the 2 I might actually get $5, so that's not a good find. In fact, right now, let's put them in the knife box. Here's the knife box, in case you haven't seen that before. Not that everything in there is worthless or anything, because there are some interesting pieces. There's a piece, I don't know if I've shown that before. It looks like a shotgun shell. That's a knife. There's some interesting pieces in there. Here. Since I don't have a lot to show you, why don't I show you some of my knives? Never mind. Let's move on. Got a Game Boy Color. Not sure why I'm showing you this. I guess it's because I have so little to show. Got a Game Boy Color for $1. Came with a Pokemon Red that saves, and a Pokemon Gold that I can't get to boot up. We'll see what happens. Maybe I can fix that. Anyway, that's $1. If I can sell it all, that's about $50 worth right there. From the This Is Kind of Cool department, I don't know, maybe I'll have a bunch of departments today, I don't know. Anyway, this is kind of cool. Looky there. It's a Halo helmet. It's not really a helmet, I guess. If I can see if I can pull this apart without dropping anything. I guess this held the games. I don't know where or when or why it came out. But there it is. Very cool looking piece though. Spooky. Anyway, I paid $1 for that. Believe it or not, yes, just $1. That'll probably go for around $25 to $30. This isn't too exciting, but I have it just the same. It's a Samsung Omnia. I don't know, Omnia something. I don't know. It's a cell phone. It's got Wi-Fi. I paid $5 for it. Looks like it's only worth about $20. Actually picked this up a couple of weeks ago, but forgot to show it to you because it was buried under something. Hard to believe, I know. If I gave you a look at my office right now, you'd probably throw up, but because it's a mess. Anyway, this is a Wally Frank pipe, and I had never seen one that had a little screw-on cap before, but there it is. I'm not sure what the point of the whole thing is, but I guess because it doesn't have much of a pitch to it, if you smoked it, all the tobacco might fall out, so they put a cap on it? I don't know. Very weird, but a good find. I paid $1 for it, and this will probably go for $30, $40. Big waste of $5 right here, so we're not going to spend a lot of time on it, except to warn you that the Petri 7S color-corrected super 35mm camera is only worth about the $5 I paid for it. So for 50 cents a piece, I picked up 4 of these Le Poulet. I think that's how you say it. Le Poulet? I don't know. Anyway, and there's also a Le Cochon, which has a pig on it. These are Taylor and Nug, N-G that is, mugs. I've had these in the past, and I've had them sell for $20 to $30. These, sadly, and for some reason that I don't know, are of a little bit less value. They'll go for $10 a piece, which, 50 cents a piece going for $10 a piece, not horrible, but, you get that $20 to $30 mode in your mind, and when it comes up with only 10, that's a little disappointing, huh? Ah! Hey, if you don't know who to ask, you can always ask Xandar. I paid $1 for this. It's only worth about $10. I haven't I looked up the value before I looked in the box. I mean, the box could be half empty, could be missing parts, could be broken. I don't know. This looks like it's going to probably wind up going to Goodwill. Maybe. I don't know. Cool box. And I thought, you know, I could have swore that I'd looked this up in the past and thought it was something worth buying, but I was wrong. Okay, spent $1 on this. Not quite sure why, because it's really, I don't know if you can see, but it's pretty beat up. Big dent there, a lot of wear. Still looks, never mind. Still looks pretty good. Inside's, you know, pretty tacky looking. Kim Davis did not take care of her lunchbox. The thermos is missing. It's all beat up. I paid $1. Still, I might get 10 for it. I don't know. Hey, that's me. I'm not a real drummer. I just play one on TV. This is the Yamaha DD20. Four. Anyway, this is the DD20 Yamaha drum synthesizer. I only paid $1 for it, but and it's cool. Yeah, you heard, you saw. But it's only worth about maybe $15 or $20, so not a great find. For 50 cents, picked up this little guy. This is a Seawee. They're from the early 80s by Kenner. A little collection of dudes, and this is just one of them. This is Shivers, the Sea Lion. 50 cents for that guy. Looks to be about worth $20, so if you see Seawees, pick them up. Goodbye. I guess I have to apologize. I thought this was going to be short, but I'm kind of babbling because I chowed down about 3 cups of coffee before I started this. So I'm a little babbly. Sorry. This is a Yamaha SPC 5005 scale. It's a very nice scale. There was nothing on eBay, so I don't know what it will sell for. But new, they're about $160. So I paid $3 for that, and I'm either going to keep it or sell it. And if I sell it, I'm probably going to look at about $50 on that. Learned a little something about Gone with the Wind. Learned a little something about book club books. This only had the date in Roman numerals. It said 1936 right there. I'm sure you read that. So I thought, oh, well, maybe it's an early printing of it. I didn't, you know, have the audacity to believe it was a first print or anything. But I did learn that books that have the 2 columns of print are usually book club editions, which it turns out this is. And also, if it has that Roman numeral in it at the top, also an indicator of a book club edition. And anything that is a book club edition really doesn't have a whole lot of value that I've found anyway. Maybe there are a few exceptions out there, but this is not one of them. Gone with the Wind book club edition. I paid $1 for it, worth maybe 5 to 10 if I'm lucky. Here's an early edition of Swiss Family Robinson, the Alta edition, whatever that means. Anyway, I paid $1 for that, and pretty good condition, but not a whole lot of value, maybe 10 to 15. This was a pretty good find. Another Stephen Cosgrove. I showed you the Serendipity books a few weeks ago that I'm still holding on to, looking to get more. But I picked up 22 of these hardcover. These are called Topsy-Turvy books. Topsy-Turvy, because there's a book here, and you flip it over, and there's a book there. So 2 books in a book. Picked up 22 of these, and they're, you know, they're colorfully illustrated. You know, wholesome stories, you know, for everybody, for kids. Anyway, babbling, sorry. Picked up 22 books for $4. These will probably go for $60 to $70. At the place where I bought most of these books today that I'm showing you, I picked up this edition of Grimm's Fairy Tales. What I forgot to look at, or failed to notice, was the number 2 there, meaning this is number 2 in some volume set. Missing number 1. It was only a 2-volume set. Missed number 1. It was there, I know, because somebody was talking about it while I had this in my hand, but just didn't click, so I didn't go back and try and get this, the first edition, or the first volume. Had I got the first volume to go with the second volume, it'd probably be worth about $70 to $80. With just the second volume alone, maybe 40, but more likely 20 to 30. And at that same sale, picked up some few more books here. Last of the Mohicans, The Deer Slayer, Uncle Tom's Cabin. No real value on the Cooper books here. Sorry, Coops. Uncle Tom's Cabin might get 10 or 15 for that. For the combined 2, maybe just 5 or 10 on those. Picked up for $1 a little collection of old road maps here. You know, mostly from the 40s and 50s. I got a Phillips 66, standard, yes. Hiding behind that is the Conoco, Gulf, Utah, Utico, Denver, my hometown, and Los Angeles. This is probably the best of the bunch. This, I think, is from 1940. It's got a very cool graphic on the front. They all look pretty cool, but this is the best of the bunch, and this will probably go for maybe 10 to 15. The rest as a lot I'll probably sell and maybe get 10 for the lot. So I bought 3 things this week for 10 cents a piece. You know, 10 cents at a yard sale, that's kind of a rarity. You don't see things marked for 10 cents a whole lot, and when you do, they're like little old kids' toys or McDonald's toys or whatever. These first 2, I shot J.R. Ewing. I thought maybe since Dallas was making a comeback and this is an original one from the 1980s, might have a little value, and it does have a little value, about a dime. This one I couldn't find anything on. This is McDonald's 60-second service. You're a winner button. Couldn't find an exact match to that, but I'm going to think there's some people out there that want that, and I'm going to say maybe $8 to $10 on that. I guarantee you this is the best 10 cents I will ever spend in my life. Those 2 buttons, not so good. This 10 cents, I'm going to tease you right there. Look at it. It's a deck of cards. Best 10 cents I will ever spend in my life. I guarantee it. This is from the Chicago and Alton Railroad deck of cards. This is circa probably about 1930. The Chicago Alton went out of business in 1931 or 32 and it became just the Alton. Anyway, that little bit of history aside, this is a full deck of cards. The box is a little beaten up, but the cards are absolutely immaculate, except for one. There's a little crease on one, and I think if you look at the box there, it's got a little, can't really see it. Anyway, it's got a little slash on the bottom there. I think when somebody put the cards back in, one of the cards got caught and dented, and it's the Ace of Diamonds. I don't know. Anyway, does it matter? No, it doesn't. Anyway, I looked these up on eBay, and I saw one. I saw it for $43 or $41, and I thought, woohoo, that's 10 cents for $40, and it turns into $40. That's pretty awesome. Let me have a sip of coffee. I thought that's pretty awesome, and then I noticed that that was not for a deck of cards. It was for one card. One card like this. It was red background, not the blue. It was a little old. It was, you know, very rounded corners, definitely used. Went for $41. There were a few of the blue ones like this that went for, you know, I think around $8. But these, let me show them again. Look at all the gilting is still on there. Every side is beautiful. There's no creasing. There's no wear. These are beautiful cards. You're probably never going to see anything like this again. So look at them. So that means I have 54 cards, and I already have a bid on one for $20. So were I able to do the whole deck like that, you know, do the math, that's $1,000. But a few of these will go for more, like the Jokers. Look at that guy. People collect Joker cards. Look at that. I mean, you're looking, that's got to be worth, you know, $30 to $40 just for that. And like I said, the one I saw in there went for $41, $43, whatever it was. I'm looking anywhere from probably, worst case scenario, $500 on this 10-cent purchase to a maximum of maybe somewhere in the areas of you know, $1,500 to $2,000. So best time I'll ever spend right there, sharing it with you. If you ever find them, buy them. And on that positive note, I'm going to end the week because it just isn't going to get any better than that. Stay tuned for updates on a few things that sold last week. I didn't get a whole lot of auctions up last week, and so there aren't a whole lot of sales. So that's kind of short. But hey, it's been a fun week. I hope everybody has a good week out there. Happy hunting this weekend, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.